for the other boat. It happened in those crews as well.
Standing right here.
We had guys that weren't attacking the boat at the right time. Alright? When we learned earlier in the season how we want to do our changes, we learned everybody's got to hit the boat at the same time. If you hit the boat at different times, you're going to have stall, and the boat dies. If everybody hits the boat at the same time, there's just a little bit of a stall. You can dig out from it, you can keep going. But if you've got 3 guys, 2 guys hitting the boat at different times, you're just going to come to a dead stop. You can't overcome that much drag. We cause a lot of drag. Some of us cause even more drag than others. We cause a lot of drag. So where you want to be, when your steersman is lined up and he's coming for you, the guy that's the highest number, so if we're dropping, changing a 2, changing a 5, the guy that's the highest number, in this case the 5, he's in front. The guy that's the lowest number, in this case the 2, he's behind. Now this is super important, so I'm going to say it twice. You need to be spread out the exact same distance you would be if you were sitting in the canoe. If you have no idea how far that is, go look at the canoe, stand next to it. Be like, oh, there's C2. Oh, that's how far C3 is. That's 4, that's 5. Figure it out, learn it. You've got to be that spread out, because if you don't start that spread out, you're not going to hit your seats at the right time. You're not going to be synchronized. Alright? Now the other thing, once you're lined up, seat 5's in the front. Seat 5 essentially stays put once he's in line with the steersman. Seat 2 will adjust as the steersman's line adjusts. So as this olive, it starts to swing this way, seat 2 will stay in line with seat 5. Stay in line with seat 5. So the smaller numbers are responsible for staying in line with the bigger numbers. Bigger numbers shouldn't be swimming all over the place. Alright? Once the steersman sees you, make eye contact with him, you know he's on the line he wants to be in, and you're in the right spot, you're not going to move around too much. If he has to move to catch a swell, to avoid some wash, to avoid some weight, then you're going to move. But if you're swimming all over the place, you got guys all over like this, all zigzag and not lined up in a straight line, it's going to be impossible for you to have a good pickup. Alright? So, high number, find where the steersman's line is. Low numbers, line up behind that guy in a straight line. Keep your separation. Now, it gets really exciting when a 400 plus pound canoe is bearing down on you, and you just want to get out of the ocean, you want to swim right at it. You've got to wait until the right time to attack. And that right time, you're going to tweak it a little bit based on how fast you swim, how well you get in the boat, how fast the canoe is coming at you. But basically, you're going to start about a seat. If you're a decent swimmer, seat and a half, not that good. Or the boat's moving really slow. Before the seat you're supposed to get into. If I'm supposed to get into 3 and I start swimming at the boat now, by the time the canoe gets there, I'm going to be sitting right here. So by the time seat 3 gets to me, I'm going to be right next to the canoe. I'm going to have to physically try and pull myself up, and I'm not going to be able to do so because the suction of the canoe is going to pull me right under. I'm going to slow the boat down, I'm going to pull it down, we're going to come to a dead stop. But if I'm going into C2, the canoe's coming at me, and I start my attack now, coming at a 45-degree angle, if the canoe wasn't moving, see I come at 45-degree angle, I hit here. Remember, the canoe's moving, right? Moving. So, if I'm going at that same angle, by the time I get here, the canoe will be here, and we'll both be where we're supposed to be, right here at C2. You start swimming early, you try to wait and sit right beside the canoe, you're not going to get in. You bog the canoe down. Screw it up for everybody, and you'll potentially hurt yourself. Alright, so that's most important. That's what I saw a lot of. Guys, when they somehow lucked out and got the timing right, they got in the boat pretty fast. So I'm not worried about the mechanics getting in the boat. I'm worried about when to attack. So remember, when to attack is before your seat gets to you. But not when it's 3 or 4 seats away, only when it's maybe a seat away. Because you don't have to go that far. It's only a couple feet from here to there. It's like 2 swim strokes. You can do that like that. It's not that long. You don't have to give it that much lead time. Now where you should be when you're lining up, you should be lined up so that the steersman can put the armor right off your ear. Once the armor's lined up off the side of your head, stay there until it's time to attack. Don't get all nervous. It's like, oh man, the armor's coming out. Oh, swim for the boat. Wait till it's your turn. If you're one of the high seats, hang out. Let the armor come by until it's time for you to go. Don't start charging the minute the boat gets near you. You're going to screw it up. You're going to cause the boat to veer. You're going to bog the boat down. All kinds of crazy stuff's going to happen. Yeah.
I know something you guys come back changes. And also, like going T4, breeze on that left side. You know, you're trying to duck his paddle coming at you at the same time.
Yeah, here's the thing on changing sides when you got a change coming up. It's the guy paddling's responsibility to watch out for the guy coming in. But if you are on the left side, right, that means your counterparts are probably on the right side, right? You got a guy that's about to climb into a boat. You got guys that are bailing out of the boat about a split second before he comes in. You take it upon yourself to change over to the other side. All right, you've already overbalanced a side, that's overbalanced. So you just added more to it. So now, if that guy screws up and misses, or doesn't grab it at the right time, the canoe's going to go over. And I think there's a handful of guys that've seen that happen.
I totally understand that theory, but generally speaking, you're doing odds or evens, and they're on the same side, so...
Generally, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. So if you're on that side, stay on that side. Just watch out for the guy. You got to lift over his head. He should only be in the way for half a stroke. He's not going to be there for 3 strokes. So you just miss a stroke. You lift over him, take it up. Not a big deal. So, we got that right. Wind up here, hips are up, wait till the canoe comes, he attacks the canoe. Don't swim early, don't swim late, don't try to hang out next to him. Any questions on when to go? So on Saturday, we shouldn't have any problems with it, right? Perfect.
Cake.
Perfect. I got Lance, pretty much cover everything you were concerned about.
Yeah, that's it. You got 2 guys and you're halfway, anywhere close to equal swimming ability. You can say 1, 2, 3, go. If 1 and 3 say go at the same time, they both hit the boat at the same time. That's going to make for a good change, and you won't have to dig out of the hole that
And literally, even if you are a crappy swimmer, it's 2 strokes.
Yeah.
It's 2 pulls to get to the boat. Because if you're treading water like you're supposed to be, treading water with your hips already up, it doesn't take that much plane to get to the boat. If you're bobbing around like a cork, straight up and down like this, it's going to be a little harder for you to get on a plane and get to the boat. If you're treading water with your hips up, you're ready to lean into it, go. It's 2 strokes. 1, grab, pull, use the momentum of the boat, and slingshot you in. Easy as that.
It's the right word on that. It's an attack on the boat. It's not casually saunter up there.
And that's
The
exactly
faster
it.
you swim into that boat, the faster you're into it. Momentum's going to carry you.
What else?